Hi guys, it's Empyrean here, and in this video I would like to explain what the hell are Endleague projects and why do I have so much currency sometimes. So you might have tuned into the stream, or you might have looked at some videos recently and you realize that I have thousands and thousands of divines. Why is that? How did I get that? What the hell is going on? So about 7 years ago, when I started to play Path of Exile kind of seriously and streaming it, towards the end of a league, when I was kind of feeling done, I just gambled away all my currency, usually by voling a bunch of expensive items like headhunters at the time, and then I quit and I come back next league. And then that turned into Endleague projects. Almost 6 years ago, we did a Project Energy Shield where we tried to beat the record of the most energy shield possible on one character. I think at the time it was 142,000. And then people started seeing that and they started to contribute currency towards these projects because they enjoyed watching them. Some notable examples would be Project Cyclone AoE, when we tried to get as much AoE on a melee ability as possible to the point where it actually off-screened. Project Movement Speed, where we built the fastest running character in the history of Path of Exile. Project Isle, which is about projectiles. It's as many projectiles on the screen as possible. Project Clones, which was putting as many summoned units on the screen as possible, and a whole bunch of crafts that prepare us to these projects. So people started seeing this and they were like, well, I don't care about my currency, I don't care about my gear, I only play leagues. Once I'm done with the league, they might as well rot in standard forever. So they started contributing towards these projects by trading me their entire gear sets. I keep this separate from my stuff until I'm actually done with the league and I start working on these projects, because otherwise I would burn out way faster. Getting handouts, if you're a new player and you look at this and you're like, okay, well, you're getting handouts, that's good, right? I want free stuff, I want good gear. But to me, most of the fun in games like this comes from actually grinding for your gear. So if you get all that stuff for free and you actually use it, you're gonna burn out way faster. It actually ruins the fun. If I actually used that for my characters, I would have burned out hundreds of hours ago. And if you watch the last 10 or 15 or 20 videos on YouTube, they would just simply not exist because I would have already had my best character, I would have quit, and I would be off playing other games. Worth noting that this has nothing to do with our group farming. The group farm usually happens during the first week of any league, and we play with our friends together, we play for a week, maybe a few more days, and then we split our loot. Traders get a bigger split, usually. Everyone else in the map gets about 10-11% of our funds. We play a lot and we play pretty efficiently, so it's still a lot of currency, but it's not thousands and thousands of divines per person. It's usually a couple of hundred divines per person for a week of 14, 15, 16 hours a day grinding. I should also say that if you're watching this as a solo player and you're like, I don't have that much currency, what the fuck? You shouldn't compare your solo, inefficient, couple of hours a day farming to someone who is literally getting multiple expensive gear sets to liquidate for these fun Endleague projects. Quickly mentioning that I have never asked for any of these Endleague contributions. I've never asked for any of these gear donations. I never asked for any currency from my community. I started doing this from my own leftover currency when I was done with the league, and then people started contributing because they wanted to see the projects go to crazier and crazier sizes. And as my audience grew and as these videos reached more and more people started contributing, to the point where eventually some leagues we reached 100 mirrors, 120 mirrors worth of currency in these Endleague tabs. Once again, I never asked for this, and I really appreciate people contributing, but it's not necessary. You don't need to. This league, we have 2 Endleague projects planned. Number 1, Project Movement Speed in PoE2. And number 2, Project Speedrun with Havoc. Both of these projects we have already done in PoE1, but we are revisiting them in the new game because of course it's a new game, there's new items. So we're gonna group up with Havoc to do a speedrun project. We're gonna try to make the best possible leveling gear for him so he can do the first 3 acts as fast as possible. He's been practicing for months, ever since the game came out. He's been routing act 1, 2, 3, trying to do runs as fast as he can. The other project is gonna be movement speed. We're grouping up with Bazooka Tank and we're gonna try to make the fastest possible character in the game to run around as fast as we can. So that's the plans for this league. So again, if you're a new viewer from PoE2, you've only seen my PoE2 content. I have 900 plus videos of Path of Exile 1, and some of these are the Endleague projects, only about 24, I believe. I'll put a playlist link in the description. That's the all of the Endleague projects compiled into one playlist. These are, I think, some of the coolest and craziest videos, but they are only possible because people are contributing so much currency to make these dumb, crazy crafts that otherwise, you know, these items would not exist. We have to make them from scratch. Really expensive stuff just for the sake of content, for fun. So hope you enjoy. I guess the rest of the video is gonna be some Endleague liquidation. If it triggers you, I'm sorry. I'm looking forward to reading your comments. As always, I still read every YouTube comment, good and bad. So thank you for watching the videos. Enjoy the rest. There we go. Soul Twirl. Oh, and now our currency tab is full. Oh, okay. Update on the liquidation. We just sold a mirror ring for someone. Back to the host who's doing the mirror service. So now we have a mirror as well in the Endleague tab. And now we're selling some Hawas. Working our way up to 3,000 divines. See if this guy comes to our hideout. There's also someone else interested in it. Okay, never mind. Oh, yes. Drill me, bro. It's time. How much is a whittling? 14? What? We're spending 14 div on a 20 div wand to try to make it into a 100 div wand. That's an omega level. But listen, content, I guess. This is not a smart move, okay? You should not do this unless you have 4,000 divines for some fucking reason. Okay, this is not worth it. Alright, modifiers in orange will be rerolled. Alright, modifiers, Donald Trump. Mana on kill. Guys, we made it worse. Okay. Minus 14 div. Let's list it for 20 and forget about this one ever existing. Okay, goodbye. Nice. We are approaching large numbers. Let's continue price checking. A million things. We have a lot to go through still. Is this gonna be alchemies? Oh, no, it's divines. Nice. 303. Ah, there it is. That's my last flame gone. My contribution, my biggest contribution to the Endleague stuff. But now it looks like such a minuscule contribution. We're approaching 10,000 divines fast, and there is no end in sight. So, yeah, we have to price check these breach rings. That's the next quest. Oh, update. We made it to the 10k divine mark. Still ramping, actually. But, updating. Ingenuity. Gone. Nice. Okay, guys, we made a lot of progress today. We're up to 12,000 div now. And we have so many good things listed. Everything in this tab is at least 50 div. Upwards of hundreds of divs. There is some really good stuff here. And we are trucking along. And we have 2 traders right now. 2.5 traders helping us. And we almost caught up with everything. We have some stuff here, we have some stuff here, but we made good headway today.
And well, guys, if I could still show you around, here is the biggest, gayest man in the world.
Oh. Wow. So gay.